Hello, I'm Jody Wolf. You're watching Expoz August 24, 2016 at 9:08 p.m. The reason I'm here early, thank goodness, is I usually take a day a week, and my brother and his neighbor, a few of us get on our bikes and we take a little trip. And tomorrow's my early day, so I got to get done early tonight. The topic: there are not any aliens out there. There's none. And I know already I've been passed up and gone on to another blog. But look, the Bible doesn't mention aliens. The only thing that mentions what there are out there are two things. One, where God placed certain angels. Now, I can tell you this, some of the watcher angels that are punished by being placed in certain places. And it's like they have to be, when you think you're looking at a Big Dipper, one of those stars will actually be an angel. And he's got to hold that position and give that light off, because that changes around the world, and people, just like the other 48 constellations, everything runs by these, and all these constellations. I don't know how many that are really in use, like in the Farmer's Almanac. They don't use the whole number of them, but there are a great number of them. And but Taurus is one. Talking about the other night, Zodiac is a big one. Zodiac, believe it or not, at least one of the stars is not a star. It is an angel. And one of them, and I've been trying to find out, and I read it, I just hadn't got back to finding it yet, was an angel that moved from its place, and he was punished because a part of that link that made up, not Zodiac, but another one, moved. It sounds crazy, but that is the truth. Keep in mind, Enoch wrote 365 books. They were given to him supernaturally by God. And when he was given a pen, you're talking about laying it down and it just starts moving. Because there's no way Enoch could have written a book for 365 books for each day of his life. It's ironic, 365 is the number of days in a year, but he wrote 365 books. We have two and a part. I've not found but parts of the three. But good Lord, there's a lot of books out there that are missing. These are the ones that make people mighty, that make people strong, that make people pull strings, that makes people filthy rich, that makes people, the Illuminati. How about that? And Hitler. I believe the books he had, or the book, was probably on loan to him because he was doing a bidding for someone else. They didn't want to specifically dirty their hands, so they had someone to do it for them. And that is the only way that a flying saucer can be built, is through the knowledge. Because if you go back in all these temples, all these pyramids, all these things, the Mayan ruins, those in Peru, you're talking about 1,000-ton single pieces of rock that's cut in a way, it's like you squashed in a marshmallow and just piled them together and made them fit, and they hardened immediately afterward. That can't be done today. We hadn't found any marshmallows that hardened that quick. But the point is, there's books of knowledge, there's books of secrets, there's books of everything out there. And it is all forbidden knowledge from book 2 on. Actually, book 1 wasn't supposed to be released, but it was because Jesus quoted out of Enoch. He quoted some of the things that Enoch said. So, by that, then that book and the next book is okay because Jesus spoke of them. But nothing was spoke from book 3 and on. So they're books of secrets. Someone has a few. I do not believe by any stretch of imagination that anyone, any possession on earth has anything higher than a book number 5. I believe there's so much knowledge in books 3, 4, and 5. There's to go beyond there puts you on a whole different realm. And so this is primarily why I'm discounting aliens. The Bible doesn't mention them. It does mention the fallen angels. It does mention that they were placed in the 5th heaven and that some are just hanging there. It mentions that some were placed out in the heavens and they're there, give off light. And so they're in some are in punishment already. And but since Satan himself did not engage with the daughters of men, that's why he is not yet in punishment. And also, think about this. God told Satan just how far he could go. Because Satan will be given 3.5 years of direct temptation. This is eye to eye. This is where everybody will see him on TV. He's been here and he has influenced, but he has no contact. That's forbidden by God. He is limited. And this is why he moves from heaven to here. Heaven here, because he watches me and runs up. God, you don't know what Jody's doing down there. He's sinning down there. And I hadn't in a while, but and I know I'm making a joke of it, but the point is, be careful, because while you are saved, once you accept Christ, you're saved. Just don't be caught embarrassed if he comes on a weekend or a Friday night, your wife's at home and you're somewhere else. You know what I'm saying. Just don't be caught embarrassed. But as far as aliens, there aren't any. And I'm going to end it here. And I'm going to tell you some more about why there aren't any aliens. And then I'm going to tell you why people are seeing these other planets that they think they're seeing. Jody Wolf Expoz.